It's Tuesday yet again. Hey everybody, so Stephanie says here, and tonight we're going to talk about HTV and cardstock. And I will admit I dropped the ball and forgot to post a picture. So I brought it upstairs to show you from last week's live, and then I will take a picture and post it. So remember last week that I was talking about the clay that is air dry. I loved it when I did it. And hey, Jill, good to see you, and Elaine. And Jill made the comment about a napkin ring. So that was one of the leaves that I created with that shape. And then I just stuck it together. And now that is a napkin ring. Look how gorgeous this is. So look, so that was that leaf. And then I just used some metallic spray paint. So this one is a little bit different shape. So I have to say that I love it more than I even thought I would, because first of all, this stuff is so lightweight. It's like unbelievable. And it's spray painted so beautifully. So I have to say this was a win. This was an absolute win. And so many different things that you could do with this. So even think about after you do something and then you start thinking about it, you could do a hand, and just think how precious that would be to make a little hand. And depending on what type of clay and how thick, you could change it to where like you could put rings on the ring finger, all of that from that modeling clay. So I am absolutely loving how gorgeous the color turned out, how the bowl turned out, everything. So I will take a picture and I'll post it. I just dropped the ball and had not done that. So that was last week's project that we had. And thank you. I love this hat. I got it when I was in Scotland. I actually have loafers to match. Of course I do, for some of you that know me. That was the souvenir that I brought back, was some tweed, and I made the bow trend that everybody's been doing. So Amy Bachman, she has a class on this and you can watch it. Gorgeous, easy. She shows you how to do placement. I'll be honest, I've not watched mine, not done anything. I made it, took a picture, and now I'm wearing it. Mine, I did just slightly different. I used lace in it. This is just a very thin cotton sweater, and I didn't think that a heavy material would hold up with it. So I used some lace and I sublimated it to get it to be that kind of a pale, dusty pink. And that's how it was created. So hasn't been washed. Don't critique it too much. I put it on. I got the hat because I was feeling kind of sassy. And I thank you. I love the busted jacket. And join me with Ashley on Thursday with Between Friends, and we're going to be doing a busted project together. So can't wait to do that. Tomorrow, if for those of you that did not know, tomorrow is National HTV Day. And Caesar, we are going to be doing stuff all day long on our social media. I'm up at 5 p.m. tomorrow. I'll be talking about embroidery and vinyl. Surprise, surprise. And every hour, every 30 minutes or so, we have a guest speaker or Caesar personnel. We have Cortez, we have Patrick, we have Kirk from Heat Transfer Warehouse. We have our guru, Ellie Mae, will be doing something. We have Courtney, lots of different people, lots of things. So we have a schedule. So join us over on our social media for that. So excited to share that. So I've been busy, so that I'll be kind of all over the place on Facebook and YouTube this week. And guess what? I'm on YouTube again tonight. I have a whole 122 subscribers. So thank you for those that went over there. Keep doing it. Send my name, follow me, subscribe, like, all of that, because it makes a difference. It helps me a lot. So I have continued the trend, and we're going to keep talking about my tablescape and getting ready for the holidays. So you can see I have some black cardstock right here. And so I love cardstock. I feel like it doesn't get enough love. So this is a project, and I'm even going to show how I created this. And so here's just my little card. I have it, and that way it can set up. And I'm going to add a name. So, I love fonts. I'm all about fonts. And this one is called Sugar Script. And it is extremely, extremely gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. So, Ashley, I'm going to show you what I'm up to tonight. I am pressing on cardstock, and I am going to show how I created the file. I have black cardstock and gold metal HTV. I'm pressing this at a little bit lower temperature. I'm pressing that at 280. And the reason I'm pressing that at 280 because that's what I pressed an earlier project just a few minutes ago, and I haven't turned up my press, and it'll be okay. So this is cardstock, and look how dainty. And I know it's hard to read up here. So that one says Alan. So that's my place card for Alan. And I have another that I'm going to press right here. And again, like I said, I'm at 280. I feel metal is a little bit of a cool peel, so I'd let that get cool before I pull that carrier sheet off. Now, let me pop that up. I'll move this to the side and let it cool down just a little bit. And metal to me on cardstock, it's just, it just gives it that extra glam. It looks like beautiful gold ink pen to me. But I feel like metal really doesn't get the love it deserves, because if you see it, you feel like, oh, it's really kind of heavy. It's not. The carrier sheet is thicker than normal on this one to hold that. So I'm going to show you what I mean by that. So let me weed a little corner, and that way you can see what I mean. So this is the carrier. See how heavy? I mean, you can hear it. I mean, it's really thick and it's heavy. This is metal. See how it even curls? It's so thin. And when you press it onto a shirt, onto cardstock, it just melds down in there so beautifully. So you can see, it really is a thin vinyl. So don't always judge vinyl when you pull it off the shelf when you're buying it, because different carrier sheets are going to feel different because of the product. I love it. I love it. So Ashley, my bougie hat that was my souvenir when I went to Scotland. I have the loafers also, but I'd also have shoes to match, right? So what a coincidence. Look what this tag says. It says Ashley. So Ashley, come on over for Thanksgiving. I've got your place card ready right here, and love how to do it. And let me show you real quickly how I created this in software. I would show you how quick and easy it is to make a card, make a placeholder, all with our software. Today I'm using Leonardo, which is Caesar's software. You can do this in whatever cutter you use, but also this is a free file that's available in our software that you can download for free. So I'm going to go over to Design Library, and I'm just going to type in leaf and hit enter. And here we have some leaves. So this first one, I am just going to click, and it says this design is freely available for all license types, which I love because you can use it and be able to create and sell files. So here I'm going to make it bigger just so it's easier for you to see. This is my very first leaf. I'm going to say File, Edit, Copy, and then I'm going to say Edit and Paste. And that way I have 2 of those leaves. So you can see how easy it is. I just duplicated that. And now I want to change the orientation. I want to mirror that vertically. So that way I have the 2 different shapes. I'm going to butt them up together right there so that they connect. And you can do a couple of things. You could tell it that you want to make sure that those line up to the left-hand side. That way, when we fold it, it will line up. Here, if I don't weld those together or compound it, that would cut and it wouldn't do what we want it to do. So depending on your software, the word is typically weld. I want to weld the 2 of those together, and now they are united as one. I also, for this one, I'm going to create a little bit of an offset just to make it a little thicker right there. So to do that, I go down and build contour is a term, or it would be offset depending on what cutter that you use. I want this to be an editable, and I'm just building that just a little bit thicker right there, and you can see how that changes. And I'm going to say apply. That was my original file. And this one, it's just a little bit thicker right there to be able to cut and fold that out of cardstock. I deleted that original, and then I can make this whatever size that I want it to be. Typically, I want like a 3x6 in that area. So that way you can see how easy it is. And then I just go over to my send and cut that out of cardstock. One of the things that I really love about our software, I can tell it right here if I want to have multiple passes to cut that cleanly for cardstock, because it depends on your cardstock. But that way you can see how easy that is to create that. Hope you enjoyed this project. I will have this created as an SVG. If you want it, I will put that in the files in the group. Thanks. So I've already put that in the files in the group, and I give both leaves so that you have both shapes. I have them as a single, and I already have those welded together for you. So that way you can kind of play with it and create some things. I think, there's lots of stuff. So even if you cut just different cardstock, you could handwrite people's names on it. You can scatter them on your table. Last year, some of you may remember, I used these and some leaves, and I spray painted a project to make the leaf. So lots of things that you can do with those. I want to show you so that you can see right here is where that's connected. By making that a little bit thicker, that is what holds that when I fold it. So here I have it, and I'm going to put it on the table, and it'll open up, and that way it stacks. You could also make this and make little sentiments on the inside and make some things. So 2 or 3 ways that you can use that file. I just absolutely love doing cardstock, and I love how easy it can be. Not all paper is created the same, and I say that all the time. I just came across a new company, and it's 12 by 12 cardstock. Got quite a bit of their different types. They're glitters. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. They have some glorious colors. They have a turquoise that's to die for. And I'm doing a couple of Christmas shadow boxes, working on some projects. And so I've been experimenting with a lot of different cardstock. Sometimes cardstock is white in the middle, so it looks kind of strange. If you have black paper, then it's white and then it's black. So when you're looking for it, make sure that it's, it'll tell you solid core, white core, colored core. Those are ways to be able to not have sometimes that white that's in the middle. So some questions that are popping up. Doris asked, how do we join the group? When you go to So Stephanie Says, it says join group. You select it. There's a couple questions, and then myself or one of my admin will approve you. Easy peasy. And I used to always stream to the group, but Facebook made some changes. So typically now I will stream to my page and then share to the group. The software that I was using was Leonardo, which is the software for our Caesar's cutters, Romeo and Juliet. You can go to caesarna.com, and at machines, you can download the software and play with that. So the software is free. And thank you, Tammy. I love my hat also. So I, like I said, been playing with different cardstock. Now, I like to do things, I'm wearing a bougie hat. So, of course, I like things a little bougie. So, look at my menu. So, this is my menu for Thanksgiving. And does that gold not look phenomenal on there? I did make a little bit of an error. I was chatting as I was weeding, and I should have had a little oval, but y'all would never know that. So for our menu, we're having turkey and dressing, white beans, green beans, fried corn, cream potatoes, sweet potatoes, and pecan pie. So and it is hard, and I'm trying to keep moving it so that you can really see how gorgeous it shows up. Let me see if I can change. Yeah, we know we all have the same food for Thanksgiving. All of us. We might have one or two things different. Depends on who's bringing what. But we can make it look bougie just by changing that. And my house is open for anyone that wants to come. So the doors are open. We have lunch at 1:00, and you are welcome to join. So here, I'm going to even try to let you see how, and this was cut on Juliet. Look how tiny that font is and how gorgeous that weeded. So maybe you can see. That gold really does give a glare, but I don't mind because it's absolutely gorgeous. Don't mind a bit. So that way there's Ashley's, so that you can see there's Ashley and there's Alan. So both of them have theirs. Tammy and everyone else, I will make you a name card also, and we will be ready to eat together. You just tell me what dish you love to bring. So since we're here in the comments, everybody is usually known for something that they bring. So tell me, what is your dish that you're known for? Are you the deviled eggs? Are you the turkey? Are you the ham? Are you the stuffing? Because there is a difference in dressing and stuffing, to me, especially here in the South. Mine is cornbread dressing. And to me, stuffing it has bread. It's, got white bread in it. So Amy says homemade stuffing. So Amy, is your stuffing with bread or is it cornbread? Because I feel like there's a little difference. And you can see I have my matching cup. Even though we're at Thanksgiving, I know that. I saw this new one, so I had to get it. Apple pie. So what makes a Mexican deviled egg? Because I love the devil part. I don't eat the egg. I don't like white egg. I just eat the yellow. Stuffing balls, white and deviled eggs, spicy. I would like spicy. Chiffon pumpkin pie. Ooh, that sounds like it would be lighter than pumpkin pie because pumpkin pie is kind of heavy. At least my grandmother's was. It's, a little dense. I love food. I love family. When I was a nurse, I had a lot of home health patients or just patients that I knew from the doctor's office that didn't have anyone. So I would go pick everybody up, bring them to our house, and we would eat together and then take everybody back home. So we might have, 30, 40 people scattered throughout 3 rooms in the house. And then sometimes we have smaller ones, but I always enjoy Thanksgiving. And, hearing everybody's stories because we all have a story to tell and creating something. So typically we have a craft to do afterwards that we kind of make for Christmas. That's one of our traditions. And we also always play bingo for money. So those of you who are coming, bring those dollar and fives because we put those in the pot and then we play different games and then we have a jackpot of, coverall. Oh, I love cream corn, Doris. I'm a cream corn person. So today for lunch, I had the best. It was a Southern meal. Ron fixed fried pork chops, biscuit gravy, and cream corn. It was delicious. Tonight, I'm having a salad because of all that I had for lunch. So, any questions that anybody has about cardstock? Again, you can press that at a lower temperature. I like to let that carrier sheet get cold with metal before I go to peel. And you can see it did not leave a single mark. Everything looks beautiful on that. Perfect press. And Ashley and Alan, look forward to y'all joining us for Thanksgiving. And anybody else, like I said, let me know what dish you're bringing and we'll be ready. So next week, I will continue with the gold theme of my holiday table. And who knows what I might spray paint. And I do, Christine, excellent question. I do use a different blade. So for my machine, I have a blade for fabric. I have a blade for cardstock. I have a blade for HTV. And it seems like I have something else. But yes, I do use different blades. I typically write on the side of them. Or if I'm really feeling good, I'll make a cute little label. But typically, I just use a Sharpie and write on the side. I tend to put the date of when I put a new blade in and what I'm using it for. So like I said, just like we have fabric scissors, we have fabric blades, and I like using a different blade for my cardstock. Sometimes I forget or I'm in a hurry. I will accidentally not change one out. It won't kill it. But I do think that it makes the blade last a lot longer when you use the same type of material with the blade. So excellent question. So everybody, I hope you have a phenomenal week. And don't forget to follow and see what I'm doing because I will be on Caesar North America page tomorrow at 5 p.m. Central. But please watch on all day. Just put it on, listen. It's going to be a wealth of knowledge and different ideas that are out there. And then I'll be joining Ashley Between Friends. And I have just shared that link on my page also on Thursday at 1. And really looking forward to that. And we are going to be busting loose together. So you never know what may come up when you get the two of us together. So everybody, hope you have such a great night. Thanks for joining me tonight. And I can't wait to see what you do. And y'all, come on. I've been posting. I've been sharing. You need to share and show me what you're working on so that I can see what you're doing. Everybody have a great night, and I will see you next week. Bye, gang.